You need a healing? You need a healing? Do you need a healing? Huh? Do you need a healing?
Hey y'all, what's up? And welcome back to another episode of Inside Out with Jazz. In this video, we're going to be talking about a topic and a subject that I feel very passionate about, and it is healing and working on yourself and really breaking down what that actually means. Just a little background. Growing up, my mom made the topic of mental health and therapy a very comfortable one. She encouraged it. So I'm so appreciative that I had a mom that didn't make it weird, to have issues and to need a therapist to work your shit out, So thank you, Mom. I love you and I appreciate that so much. The only thing about that was, yes, I knew growing up that you can seek therapy if you have problems, but I didn't really know what it meant to work on myself, like to really unload my baggage, to really deal with my issues, because so many of us have so much trauma and so much just stuff from just childhood alone, and we grow up and we carry so many of those things into adulthood, and then they bleed into like our relationships and just our life choices. And it's so important. It is so important and essential to take time in your life to work on yourself. Like, I really cannot stress that enough. Like, don't be embarrassed by it. Don't feel ashamed. We all got shit. All of us. Okay, even the flyest, cutest dude, the baddest, you know what I'm saying? We all got stuff. Okay, so I'm here to just hopefully be a vessel to help make this conversation more comfortable, and one that we engage in more often, because it's important. If you get sick, you go to a doctor or whatever. If you get, if your tooth hurts, you see a dentist. It's like we cannot neglect our energy, our spirit, our mind. That it's just so important to heal and just find peace within yourself, So that's what this video is really going to be about, just breaking down what has helped me in my now 7-month journey, my 7th-month spiritual and healing journey, tips and things that have helped me get, progress as much as I have within the last couple months. So let's just get right into it. The first thing I think that is super pivotal is to take a moment to identify, how do you feel? Like, most of us are just go, and we're just doing a million things, but sometimes you really need to take a moment to sit back and figure out, how do I feel? Do I feel heavy? Do I feel overwhelmed? Am I sad? Do I feel resentful, bitter, lost, confused, unvalued? Any of those negative emotions is an indicator that you probably gotta, take some time out, do a little healing. So check in with yourself and figure out how you are feeling inside, like for real. And then after that, I would say, after you figure out how you feel, move on to taking a real deep analysis of your life, and find and ask yourself, like, are there any negative things that come up for me in my life? And I have a couple here, and this list is real short, and there's there's a lot more than what's just on this list. So this is just a starting point. But I think, ask yourself, am I a serial dater? Am I codependent? Do I have an inability to be alone? Okay. Toxic relationships, is that a negative theme in your life? And that doesn't have to just be centered on partnership and romantic relationships. If you can have toxic relationships within your family, within friends, just all across the board, do a self-evaluation. Do I have toxic relationships as a theme in my life? Do I constantly engage in numbing / distracting activities, sex, drugs, alcohol, gambling, so on and so forth, overly shopping, like that, any of that? Is that a negative theme for you? Self-sabotaging, and that can come from having low self-esteem or no real true sense of your self-worth. That could definitely be a negative. Do you seek external sources to feel whole or valued? Do you lack boundaries? I know that was a big one for me, like having no boundaries, honey. Ooh, Jesus. had none. That for sure came up for me, having no boundaries in my life. So and ask yourself, like, how do you protect your energy? You know, like, or do you even try? That's also a great place to start, you know, finding out, like, do I even take the time to protect my own energy? So, you know, do that deep dive, do that deep self-analysis, and then, well, first actually pause. It is Saturday and I have some wine, so I'm gonna take a little sip. And I hope you actually have some wine too. If you know, pause the video right now. Actually, if you don't, go get a cup, take a little sip. Cling. Cheers. I am a rosé gal, honey. I love you some rosé. Okay, so after you take after you identify how you feel and take a deep analysis of your life and figure out what themes are coming up for you, the next thing to do is to organize your, I guess, issues or the problems you feel are coming up for you. Literally just get a piece of pen and paper, a journal, whatever, and just start organizing issues from most troubling / painful to least. Because this way you have some structure and you have a starting point, you know, and you can start literally just chipping away at the mountain little by little. So to go a little bit deeper with that. So once you are like, okay, boom, I've got my issues organized, I'm gonna start with the most troubling one, or whichever one you decide to deal with. And you're like, okay, how do I do that? I know the issue now, I'm aware of it, but what do I do? So this is where things like meditation come into play, you know, and again, this is just based off of my own personal experience. So things like, you know, meditation, burning sage, filling my mind with like just tons of positivity, daily affirmations, reading, you know, I fill my days and my time with like a lot of positive stimuluses. You know, I'm even trying to learn Spanish. Yes, I'm Colombian Puerto Rican. I probably should have said that in my get to know me video, but whatever. But I'm Colombian Puerto Rican, and as I mentioned in my first video, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. So I grew up in an English speaking household, so I did not learn Spanish. I know this is totally off topic, but what I'm saying is, like, even now I fill my time with things that, you know, are positive, like learning a new language, reading books that stimulate me, that make me feel good, that encourage me. I have a therapist, so I seek therapy once or twice a week depending on just how I'm doing. Sometimes you got to do some cleaning house, and you have to cut ties, because as you're moving through your spiritual journey, you're going to be surprised how many just people you got to let go of, you know, and not even like on some hateful shit, not even like, oh, now we ain't cool, so I want bad for you. But sometimes it's at the end of the road for some people that are in your life, and you just in order for you to get to where you're going, sometimes you have to cut ties, and you have to like let people go, let relationships go that are no longer serving you. So and I've been there too, so it's just, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So anyway, getting back on topic, so after you're chipping away at your mountain and you're incorporating these new things, and you're just, you know, trying to live a better life and a healthier life, both mind, body, and spirit, identify triggers along the way, because that's going to help you not fall back into old habits. Like, be aware of what sets you off and stay away from it. You know, like, just that's huge. And also, I'm gonna quote the great and late Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, dog. One of the quotes that I love that he says is, you know, work on how you react when you feel disrespected. That is huge, huge. Because in protecting your energy and in trying to have a more balanced, peaceful life, you're gonna realize, and also and with recognizing your triggers, you have to realize, okay, so I know what my triggers are, but what happens when they get set off? It is not easy to control yourself, especially when you feel disrespected or you feel angry. But again, part of this journey is also realizing, like, just, we have to control ourselves. Even when we feel like we have a right, even when we feel justified for wanting to pop off or wanting to act out of character or wanting to engage or meet somebody at their level, even if it's it's coming down to a lower level, we have to take responsibility for ourselves and just, like Nipsey Hussle said, work on how you react when you feel disrespected, because eventually you will get to such a solid place where nobody can fucking touch you. And you know, like, people will try to piss you off and to push old buttons, but that's just what they'll be, old buttons. And you'll just be looking at motherfuckers like you just be bummed, like you loser, like go somewhere, you know. So that comes with this as well too. So just identify your triggers, because that'll help you stay on your course, and like I said, and prevent you from, you know, going to old ways, right? Another thing is to find the root. See how I keep referencing like childhood and stuff, because that's just the reality for most of us, right? So you wanna, and I think that's where therapy can be so crucial, because you can get very far on your own in this journey. But I think at some point, whether it's a life coach, a spiritual coach, a priest, or your church community, or whoever, like, you need an objective third-party opinion to really give you some insight, you know, and help you get through whatever trauma or pain you're trying to navigate. Because for a lot of us, it's not going to be easy. You can't do it on your own. I'm going to be honest. Like, I don't know what I would do without my freaking therapist, or without like my bomb ass friendships that, you know, like, I don't have a ton of friends, but I have like just a handful of really amazing people that I can call and rely on. So, you know, you want to make sure that you have some good people around you too. People that are going to encourage you on this journey and be an ear for you. But I super think that therapy, don't be scared to talk to somebody. I hate that. I don't want to talk to no stranger about my problems. Why the fuck not? Why not? Why not talk to somebody that's educated and that can really give you some practical, reliable insight into what you're doing? Because obviously what you've been doing, it ain't working, you know. And sometimes, even though, like I said, I talk to my friends too and stuff, but you know, like, sometimes friends can be biased, and sometimes friends and family can be enabling. You know, when you're around like-minded people so much, you don't know that you're around like-minded people. So it's really important to have an external objective opinion to help you through. Like I said, it's been pivotal for me. So yeah, so find the root, pluck that shit, you know, because that's the only way you gonna rid of it, or else it's just gonna sit there and it's gonna fester and it's gonna stay and it's gonna keep, you know, messing up your life. So don't be scared to peel back your layers. We are human beings. And we are very similar to onions. We have many layers, and we have a history, a whole history. So go deep. And like I said before, start replacing your self-destructive behaviors with self-empowering ones. Again, touching back onto what I was saying before, you know, meditating, burning sage, reading, spending time with my, you know, people that I love and make me feel good. So the last thing I want to touch on for healing for beginners is the importance of alone time. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people, quote unquote, try to work on themselves but still engage in like toxic relationships, or just like, even just like they're working on themselves but they still do like repetitive old bad behaviors. It's really important, and you know, to when you're focusing on yourself, it's really important to just nix out any side booze, or, you know what I'm saying, especially if you're just getting, you know, if you find yourself always in and out of relationships and you're not in a relationship right now, like, this is the perfect time to just focus on yourself. I just think it's impossible to really, I just don't know how you can actually for real or like seriously work on yourself but then have like booze or boyfriends. Like, I just don't know. For me, it just doesn't work that way. I think you need to just go within, because you got to think about it too. Like, if you have all these problems going on, like, the relationship probably in is probably not good anyway, if you got all these fucking problems, because I'm a firm believer that whatever is inside, you attract outside. So if you got issues and problems and anger, bad communication skills, you're probably in a relationship where all that shit exists. So sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, you probably gonna need to be single to work on yourself. That's just my 2 cents. Again, I'm sorry if anybody out there is married. If you're married, hopefully you have a partner that will be willing to do the same work. Like, you know, if you guys are committed enough to get married, then hopefully you're committed enough to like individually work on yourselves, but then maybe also incorporate some couples counseling on top of that. You know, I think that could work. So yeah. So boom. So yeah. So alone time is crucial. It's essential. It's so important. And that way, like when you finish working on yourself, I believe that like we all want to like have a companion in our life, right? But it's like the person that we probably dream about and wish about, we can't get to because we're not ready to receive them. So this is the time for you to get ready to receive all your real blessings, all your dreams, all the things that you are truly deserving of. Like work on yourself, fix your shit so that the universe can bless you, so that God can bless you and give you the things that are meant for you. But if you keep fucking around, keep doing the same shit, you ain't gonna receive it. So, you know, that's my, like I said, that's my 2 cents. So focus on yourself, do some real self rediscovering. Don't be afraid of you know, becoming a, you know, you're a caterpillar and you're gonna go in cocoon and you're gonna come out a butterfly. Don't be scared of the process, okay? And like I said, implement those new healthy coping mechanisms, okay? I don't know where you're gonna go in this process without doing that. All right, you're probably just gonna be stagnant. You ain't gonna get nowhere. And we don't want that. We want to make progress. And then the very last thing is to trust the process and be patient and give things time. As I've already touched on in this video, undoing years and years and years and years and years of like you know, habits or mental processes, it takes, you're not going to do that overnight. You're just not. So be willing to commit to yourself, be willing to commit to your inner peace, and trust the process, be patient, give things time, and be willing to know your worth. Know that you are so deserving of a life filled with joy, with peace, abundance, love, and happiness. You do not have to exist feeling heavy and stressed out all the time. You don't have to find validity in being like a martyr, you know, and just like always suffering. You don't have to. I used to be like that, and I'm telling you, you don't have to. You know, sometimes I think we feel like we, you know, people, like there are just some people that deserve to just have like all these great lives, but we're not deserving of that. And you gotta, that's part of the process too, is fixing and changing your mentality on yourself and realizing that you are so deserving of a beautiful life. You just can't be afraid to go out there and get it. All right, so I think that this wraps it up for this video. And if you like this content and want to see more from me, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, be good to yourself and others. Peace.